Bunraku, Japan's most representative form of puppet theater, dates back to the 17th century. The puppets, each one manipulated by 3 trained puppeteers, are able to achieve a richness of expression, sometimes surpassing that shown by real human beings. The shoulders are padded with fiber made from a dried gourd, and the hips are made with bamboo, giving the puppet its human contour. The legs and arms are merely attached with string and dangle at its side. In the early history of Bunraku, puppets were more simply made and could be manipulated by one puppeteer. From these humble beginnings, the puppets were gradually modified to make their movements more lifelike. Today, each of the 3 puppeteers manipulates different parts of the puppet. The least experienced member of the team controls the feet. Another manipulates the left hand, while the master puppeteer is responsible for the delicate movements of the head and the right hand. Each of these steps takes about 10 years to master. A singer seated to the side of the stage tells the story and recites the lines of the characters in song, accompanied by a shamisen player. This aspect of Bunraku is so unique that many spectators are as captivated by the dramatic presentation of the narrator as by the puppets. The performer sings from his stomach rather than his throat, and as he performs for a whole hour at a time, he supports his stomach with a weight-laden sash. In this form of musical recital, clear expression of the narrative is more important than musical showmanship, so correct pronunciation takes precedence over a beautiful voice. This is the home of a man named Sawaichi. In order to support the household, Sawaichi's beautiful and popular wife, Osato, works part-time. Sawaichi lost his eyesight to a childhood bout of chickenpox, but undeterred by his handicap, Osato loves him dearly. Sawaichi, however, is suspicious of his wife, who leaves the house every evening, and today, as usual, he is ill-tempered and berates her from early in the morning.
して他に男も持つようなそんなことを思うてかそりゃ聞こえぬ聞こえぬお前も目を直さんとこのつさかの観音様へ明けの七つの鐘を聞き
Having overcome their misunderstanding, the couple leave to pray to the goddess of mercy. Sawaichi is cheerful on the surface. Deep inside, he is remorseful for having doubted the love of his wife, who had faithfully and without complaint cared for him all these years. Telling himself that his wife would be better off without him, Sawaichi sends her home on an errand and throws himself off a cliff in her absence. Feeling in her heart that something is wrong, Osato hurries back. She finds Sawaichi's camp and discovers what has happened. Her grief is such that the wooden puppet seems to pulse with life. In her despair, Osato flings herself into the ravine. But the goddess of mercy saves the devout believers, bringing them back to life and restoring Sawaichi's vision. This story poignantly combines a very Japanese sense of religion, marital love, and the aesthetic beauty of death, and has become a favorite with Japanese audiences.